Hey, what's going on, guys? Southern California Bass Fishing Part 3. I'm off to Canyon Lake today. Before I talk about today, I just want to talk about last weekend. So last weekend I flipped my kayak. I was in Lake Paris, and it's the first time I've ever flipped my kayak. It was unfortunate, but I really got to blame myself. You know, it was one of those deals. I usually check the weather. On this particular day, I didn't. I got there, I got to the ramp, and you know, it was pretty windy. It was like 20-mile-an-hour winds. Looked at the hourly at that point, and I saw that it was going to get pretty bad. I decided, all right, well, I made the drive. I'm here. I'm just going to fish for a couple hours and then leave. I fished for a little bit, maybe 35, 40 minutes. And I noticed, you know, this lake is surrounded by mountains, and I noticed that the tops of the mountains were disappearing because there was a brown, like haze, and it was the sand coming through the mountains, which made the wind worse because the mountains acted like a funnel. As soon as that happened, you know, I decided I needed to head back. I was fishing behind an island, so I was protected, and then, you know, I had to go through the main lake to get back to the ramp, and there was already white caps out there. The winds were 40 to 50 miles per hour at that point, with up to 60-mile-per-hour gusts, so it was just crazy. And unfortunately, my GoPro was in it wasn't in its waterproof case, so the file that I tried to salvage of me flipping actually got corrupt. So this is actually the last footage I have. Water was, you know, it was 50 degrees, so it wasn't life-threatening, but it was pretty cold. And the wind and waves were just too strong. I couldn't flip my kayak back over. So luckily, what happened is I ended up kind of climbing on my kayak and just kind of breathing for a minute. And one of the very few other bass boats on the main lake saw me, actually saw a piece of my life vest. He didn't even see my kayak, and you know, in the waves, he just saw a little piece of that orange life vest bobbing up and down. They got me, and there was two guys there in the bass boat, and it took all three of us to flip the kayak back over, and then they towed me in. So I can't explain how much you know, that meant to me, how much you guys helped me in a really crappy situation. So thank you so much for that, for the rescue. So it's just one of those situations that it makes you realize you're not invincible out there on the water. You know, you're not flip proof.